Hey everyone, what's going on? Episode number 4 of the season, guys. We got special guest Smoky.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, Smoky. You may know him from many radio stations online and from terrestrial radio, which we'll get into. Metal Empire Radio, Rock Rage Radio, Curtain Call Records, and also, we have the lovely Brendan Sheehan with us as well. Brendan.
What's
Insert
that?
claps. Okay.
I could actually do that.
There we go. Yes, our guest is applauding everyone. This is great. Thank you.
I'll put booze for you, Dave, and then claps for
Oh, man, I gave you lovely, and you're gonna give me booze?
me. Yep.
Oh man, it's gonna be a great episode. We're stoked to have you, Smoky. We're very excited about this, and it's a long time coming. I know we were on your show not too long ago with Metal Empire Radio. I know you had mentioned to us there's a lot to catch up on, and we want, hey, this is the best place to do it. Let's capture it and let the people know what Smoky is up to. So, I'm gonna set it up a little bit here, and then we'll have you jump in. So, just diving right in, I thought this would be great for you to come on because I really wanted to talk about the many years of our relationship with you and Silent Season and how it all started all the way back to terrestrial radio with KBRE FM in California. Right. And we did the interview. I mean, it was all history from there. That's how this whole relationship was set up. And it just became a thing where we all became family. And, you've helped us so much over the years. We're greatly appreciative of that. And we've stayed in touch. Now we just got to get our butts over to the West Coast. We owe you that.
That's it, man. I got venues waiting. Just let me know the date and I will get you guys out here, bro.
We're looking forward to that, man. Yeah, we got to get out there. We were almost there at one point. We went to Aberdeen, South Dakota for a radio show, but we're almost there. But we had to jump back home.
Yeah, South Dakota's a little stretch.
It's the farthest we've ever been.
That's right.
Just a bit, but we're gonna get you out here. We'll get you out here, man. I'm telling you, 2025 is gonna be the year, bro. It's gonna be the year. It's gonna be the year.
Brendan's gonna get that van number 4 or 5 for us, and he's gonna drive all the way out for us while we sleep in the back. So it's gonna be great.
That's right.
I'm done driving.
That's right. We'll get you a lot of Monster Energies or whatever energy drink. We'll get you a sponsor, bro. And we'll make sure every time you crack it open, you record it.
Actually, I have a story about that. I think we were on tour with Seven Dust because we had the green van, right?
Yep.
So it was my turn to drive at the end of the show. And I got a Monster. I got a 5-hour energy and a Starbucks coffee. And I was sipping the coffee and I'm like, oh, I'm getting tired. So I started drinking the Monster. And I'm like, my eyes are still like shutting. So I did the 5-hour energy. And 10 minutes later, I'm like, sorry, guys, I'm going to fall asleep. None of that did anything.
Dang. Maybe we'll get you some fresh oxygen. We'll just get you some oxygen, right? There you go.
Be hanging out with the tank.
Yeah, there you go.
No disrespect to the tankers out there by any means, but yeah, no, that was another classic tour story where we have many of them. But getting back to what I was saying earlier, it just happened one day, right, Smokey? We sent out. I know at the time our promotion team. We sent out all these CDs literally to like 300-400 FM stations. I don't know how many. Brendan, Jeremy, and I were at the post office. Like our promotion person's like, you got to mail them out. Let's put all the stuff on there, some notes out there. And I sent this one to KBRE, man, in Mercedes, California, right? I think is that it?
In Merced.
Oh, Merced. Thank you, Merced.
Close. Yeah, Mercedes.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
It's that Boston thing. We don't really know much about the West Coast, but so I got that CD together and we sent it out. And shortly after, I got that phone call from you. I got that message from you online saying, let's do an interview.
That's right. That's right. I saw the CD on my boss's desk, dude, on my boss's desk, and it was sitting there, and I'm like, well, that's not Nickelback. Because literally Nickelback was on the station every 15 minutes. You know,
Oh yeah.
in traditional radio, you gotta think about the listeners and everything else like that. And I'm like, huh, that's not Nickelback. And I asked him, I was like, what are you gonna do with that CD? He was like, I'm gonna listen to it and then probably, do something with it. I don't know. And I was like, well, let me work it. Let me check them out. Let me see what I can't do. And you guys, literally, that song Chance, I was struggling with my alcoholism at that time, and that song "Chance" literally changed my life, man. And
Appreciate that.
that's exactly how this relationship started, man. 100%, yeah. Good stuff.
That's great story, man. And we're so happy to see you, and how far you've come with everything, man. Those are the stories that, like, it's just unbelievable. Like, we love that. We're all family. We're all brothers. We don't consider our fans. We consider them family and
Mm,
close friends. And hearing that, I remember you told me that after, and it was just like kind of mind blowing that it just was meant. You know what I mean? There was a reason for this to happen with the silent season and Smoky and everything that you were doing, and I'm so glad that we've been able to help each other get through the good times and the rough times. And it all started there. I just wanted, it
yeah.
was in my notes for this talk. I wanted to make sure we capitalized and spoke about KBRE, how it all got started there. And you gave us a chance, man. And we got some airplay out there. And ever since then, we all just became serious friends and been
Yeah,
helping each
yeah.
other since.
I mean, Dave, you even helped me through a breakup, bro. You helped me through a breakup, homie. That's how close we are, my
Thanks,
friend.
bro. Yeah, man. That's life, man. We make it happen. We help
Yeah.
each other out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Without that CD, dude, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. Without your guys' music, like literally, I don't know. Because at that time, I was looking for a band to be that voice for the voiceless, and you guys were it. And everything from the videos to everything, and to what you're releasing now is still the same thing. You guys have not went off course or done anything different. You're staying on course and you're doing a great job, man. You guys are.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that. Yeah, that's huge, man. And I wanted to also talk about, since the KBRE days, all the way fast forward up to the last 10 years or so. What you've been doing with, tell us a little bit about the stations you've been working with, and all the fun stories around those, and currently what you're doing up to now.
Oh man. So let's see, a 10-year radius. How about we'll go like this, man. I hit a rough spot. I hit a rough
Okay.
spot, and your guys' music was the soundtrack of my life at that time, as it always has been. I found an app called Station Head. If nobody out there knows about this app, it's a radio station sharing platform. Think of Napster or Spotify or whatever, but listening to it collectively as these artists are gaining streams at the same time. So say if there's 30 people in the stream, your favorite artist is gathering those streams, those 30 streams right there at the same time. Plus, you can add the music to your Spotify or Apple Music playlist right from the station. You don't have to leave the chat. You don't have to leave your friends. You can add it right there. And I really dove really deep into that app. I actually helped some of the creators get some ideas onto the app and everything else like that. And I've been there for 9, 10 years. It's
Wow.
been a minute, man. It's been
Whew.
a long minute. But as all good things must change, you know what I mean? So that's
Yep.
why Metal Empire Radio is gonna be there for like the soundtrack of the day if you guys want to listen to Metal Empire Radio. But my actual shows, my interviews and stuff like that will now be on Rock Rage Radio, which I'm so happy about, bro.
Yeah.
So stoked about this. I did my first interview. And gonna get it up very soon. And I can't wait. I really can't wait.
That's awesome. I
Mhm.
mean, Brendan, I mean, Rock Rage Radio, man, as Smokey knows, I mean, we've had a strong relationship and we still do with John, Gigi, and that whole crew. And
Mhm.
it's so great to hear that Smokey's over there, helping out and how big that business has become, with all the stations that they, all the DJs and stations that they have and the work we've done with them in the past. I mean, it's always, they always welcome us with open arms, and it's just even great to see another family member over at Rock Rage join them.
I was honored when John asked me. When John asked me to join the team as an A&R for Curtain Call Records, I was like, "Yes." I've been following Rock Rage ever since you started, man. Like
Yeah,
literally, I was been watching Rock Rage when I was in, at the Bear doing FM radio. I was like, internet radio is more my thing. And then that's when we talked, and you're like, you should talk to John. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for it, but I've watched for so many years. And now it's that time. That time has finally come where I'm going to bring my show to Rock Rage Radio, and it's going to be cool, man. I'm stoked. I can't wait.
so you're actually, correct me if I'm wrong, you're double duty, man. You got your show on Rock Rage Radio now where you're interviewing bands. You're also doing the A&R stuff for Rock
Mhm.
Rage and Curtain Call, which is their label promotions distributor part of the business. Is that correct? Did I say
Yep.
that right?
Yep, that's it, man. That's it. Yeah, I do A&R for Curtain Call Records, and as you guys know, we help bands out. Legitimately, we help these bands out. We're not those cats that say, "Oh, well, we're gonna do this and not do it." I've
Yeah.
been in the industry for so long. I was with another label before Curtain Call, and I learned things way differently than what Rock Rage and Curtain Call do, and these guys are doing it 100% the right way. 100%, man, without a shadow of a doubt. There's no other option out there for anybody. Like, this is the main option. If anyone's looking for a curtain call or a record
Yeah.
label or promotions, that's the way to do it, man, because you actually have a full team behind you. It's not one or two people. It's a full freaking team, man, so it's good stuff.
And it more than ever today. I mean, Brendan, you can attest, like what we see firsthand. I mean, bands need that support. We,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
everyone's doing everything by themselves, and it's hard to do on your own.
Yeah, yeah, and especially with streams and everything else like that, you're not gonna make any money off of streams, and those numbers obviously don't mean nothing when you can have thousands of listeners and make a show and only 20 people show up.
Right.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a catch 22. We got a lot of streams, we're not making any money, and no one's showing up to the shows. What do we do? That's what we're there to help you with.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think we hit on this in the last podcast, Brendan, but
Yeah.
we were talking about a lot of how a lot of like viral artists, right, on TikTok, and how some of these newer bands are getting discovered, and all respect, but at the same time, it's like you're right. Everything's about streaming. It's all about the numbers and streaming. But the thing is, can they output? Can an artist output that engagement and that audience in real life,
Right,
in
right,
a venue setting
right.
or on tour? And sometimes you don't see that correlation. And a lot of people have been bringing that up and sort of putting it back on the industry, saying, "Well, how can you truly measure this effectively if we're not seeing the return actually in during a performance or their merch sales or
We played with
physical
one of
reality?"
those. We
Yeah,
played with one of those bands.
you
We yeah.
go
It's
for it,
like
Brendan.
sorry.
Go for it.
No,
What were you saying, Brendan? Yeah.
I was gonna say we did play with one of those bands. They had like over 1 million views. Like they were going crazy with this one hit. And then we invited them to come out. I think they were like from New York or something. Come out to Boston. They played a show. I think maybe one, maybe two people came out for them.
It was
Mhm.
tough. Yeah.
It's
Like I thought you
horrible.
guys were big.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. I think bands nowadays forgot how it is to do it old school.
Yeah.
Us old school people know how to hit the streets. We know how to hit the streets. We know how to put a flyer up, tell these people, hey, you know what, check out a show. I'm not knocking any band out there at
Right.
all, because some bands are brand new to it and they don't
Mhm.
know what the hell they're doing. Other bands have been in the industry for so long, they've experienced both sides, the old school, new school, and now they don't know what to do at all. And that's that. I want to blame that on the industry straight up. Major labels have really messed things up for bands that are really trying to up and come. I've not seen a band for the last couple of years rise up to bands like they used to, like
Yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch. When they first came out, Motogrator, freaking Nickelback was everywhere. Nobody knew who Nickelback was until one day they said, "Oh, we're from Canada." I didn't even know where they were from. I had no clue. They came out of nowhere and took over the radio, and it's just that's how it is, man. It's you got to go old school with it, you got to go new school with it, and you got to mix it together, man. You really do.
But not to get off track, did you end up seeing the Nickelback documentary on Netflix?
No, no.
It wasn't bad.
The
I enjoyed it.
The furthest I've done with Nickelback is I've seen them live. I've seen
Oh,
them
cool.
live with VIP tickets. That was the only reason why I went. I had tickets and we were right by the stage. So we had our own catering service. It was dope, bro.
Ooh.
That was the only reason why I went to go see Nickelback. And they did put on one hell of a show. I
Yeah.
will say that.
Yeah, it was a good documentary. I mean, it was just cool to see them from some band in the middle of Canada that they were playing dive bars, and then they just built their business and went crazy on all the tactics that they were doing, and eventually, like, they submitted all their materials. Back to your point about major labels, even then, a
Mhm.
lot of majors were passing on them, and finally, Ron Burman and Roadrunner, said, "Hey, I love what these guys are doing. Let's amplify it." And the rest is history. They blew up, and it's a pretty good documentary if you're into, you know, in the commercial side of things, metal, hard, whatever you do. Looking at it from just a band's perspective, it was very cool. It was very informative, and seeing the similar struggles that band had went through. Comparing it to all the stuff we did and other bands have done. It's a lot of the stuff is linear. It's very similar. A lot of similar experiences. They took out a lot of loans and money and got investments, and they're like, oh, they still weren't getting calls. They're like, what the hell are we gonna do? Like, where are we gonna go with this? So it was just interesting to see. But anyway, I didn't want to get off track.
Right.
But yeah. So 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 with the Rock Rage Radio, so you have your show on there now, which, by the way, wink wink, love
Yeah.
to love to
You
come back on, man.
you
Love to.
guys are
That was a
coming.
creepy
You
wink.
guys are coming, man.
We'll be there, man, with bells on. You know how we roll.
That's right. That's right.
So that's cool, though. I mean, that's awesome that you're in the A, and you're not just doing the DJing thing, but you're in the A&R capacity, and you're out there looking for bands. And we have a lot of friends and a lot of bands that we're friends with. And if they watch this, I mean, it's great that you're on here, and hopefully we won't flood you, but it, you know people reach out and keep that business going, and I think that's great. I mean, like you said, John and Gigi have been at this for a long time, and to see them work with a lot of artists that we know, and even working with them in the past, I mean, it's always been a pleasure, and I,
Mhm.
I just think it's great to see them grow and continue to service the rock and hard rock community.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. I agree. I agree. They even have a country rage. So they even have a country station, for all the country listeners out there. I'm not one for country, but this new country nowadays with the mixing of the rock and the metal thing,
Yeah.
I'm kind of starting to dig it, man.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of starting to dig it.
Brendan, I think you've heard a couple of these artists, as Smoky saying on Octane. I think you've
I
heard
think
like
I did. Yeah.
Hardy and a few other ones, right?
Yeah, I think I did.
They got
Yeah.
Amigo the Devil. You guys ever heard of him?
No.
No.
He's a folk death metal death folk singer. Freaking amazing stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, check him out. Very dark and
Is,
twisted. I love him. He's awesome.
is There's one band I know that's folk is Iron Horse. They do a lot. Yeah, they do the Metallica covers, AC/DC covers, all folk though.
Yep. They got Steven Seagal as well doing the banjos, busting out with the banjos, doing AC/DC Thunderstruck. Oh yeah, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we're hearing, mentioning stations here, specifically Octane, but I've been hearing a lot of that style as you're mentioning, right? And more artists gravitating towards that balance of the rock, but like the breakdowns, but then the country choruses. It's interesting, and I mean, dude, some people might disagree with me, but like I gotta lump Jelly Roll into this conversation. I mean, look at that guy; he's taken off. He's got a style to himself in that respective area. I mean, and actually, the drummer in that band. Fun fact: the drummer in that band played for this other metal band called Siler. I don't know if you remember them, Smoky Siler. They were like big around 2016, 17. They were all over Octane. I think they were on Hopeless Records, and we loved them. They were great.
Yeah, they sound familiar. But yeah, I agree with Jelly Roll, dude. Jelly Roll gets it down, bro. He comes from a background that nobody should ever come from.
Yeah.
And he overcame it. And dude, he was on SummerSlam, bro. I'm a fan.
I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah, he choke slammed somebody, bro, with one hand. He lifted that dude up with one hand. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't want to be that that recipient. No way. I'm gentle. I can barely play drums these days in my old age, so
right.
But yeah, man, it's so interesting out there. Like, I think the thing we compete with, I mean, there's just so many bands out there. And it's funny, everyone's like, why would you play in a band in this day and age where, it's really not a lot of money and all this stuff? It's like my answer to them is it's fun. I mean, we still need to be a business. It's fun and we enjoy what we do. But it is truly competitive out there. Just it's funny, everyone has a negative opinion about it, yet there's millions of bands out there all trying to do the same thing. I mean, there might be some slightly different goals, but a lot of bands are still trying to make it to that next level and go out there, radio tour. I mean, you get a little taste of that fame, right, Smoky?
Yeah.
You want more.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. I used to be in a band back in the day and we toured, did everything. We just wanted more, we wanted more. We wanted to do bigger, and it felt like an impossible thing to reach, It was like, why is this so impossible when back in the day this used to happen all the time? I remember booking shows for Papa Roach, bro. Like at the Fatty Mocha in Merced. And it was sold out. It was sold out every single weekend at this club. It was sold out. Nowadays, people don't know how to go to a club. They don't know how to support that band. Maybe that band shouldn't play so much in that town,
Right.
But make sure that you take care of your fans even if you're not doing anything. It's so weird nowadays, dude. It really is. And we're all trying to find our place in the music industry, and what's right, what's wrong, what's going to work, what doesn't work. We don't know. There's just a method to the madness behind me, and I'm going with it.
I love it. That's the way to be. I mean, Brendan, would you would agree with? I mean, we're always trying different things, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy.
Sorry, I was in the middle of something.
No, it's okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, to your point, Smoking. I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm speaking on behalf of the seasoned boys, but I always had this vision in my head with this band. We've been around for 16 years. Can you believe it? 16 years.
Okay, I know, dude. I know you guys have been around for a minute.
A long haul, man. The long haul. And I've always had this vision, like, a lot of people say, "Oh, you sound like Clive Davis, an old label guy or something." But like, I've always been told, I've been given advice from people: if you want to be successful in the band, have fun, but still be successful and make it. You got to go out, hit the pavement, do the touring, whether it sucks or it's good, you got to go out there. If you can have radio going on at the same time, line it up with the tours, sell a shitload of merch, make your name out there on social media, and just build your list, build your business from the ground up, and show your worth and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a lot of people that aren't in bands that go to jobs and can say the same thing. In a band, there might be the struggles. My point is, you can still go out there, have a blast, but be meticulous about the steps that you need to take to be successful and
Right.
hit your goals, right?
Right.
And we've tried very hard to do so. We're not perfect. We're always enhancing our process. We don't have all the answers, but I feel like what this band has done so far has been able to accomplish a lot of those things that we wanted to set out to do. And there's just so much more that we haven't broken as far as the surface goes. So I think there's bands out there that get complacent and they say, well, we've done it all. We're throwing our hands up.
Mhm.
We quit. But in a world of AI, in a world of all this technology and all these other opportunities, you got to adapt with the times. And like Brendan said to me the other day, it's all about the great music getting put out there, but you also have to think about being viral and getting out there and also creating content outside of your music. And it kind of clicked with me because I am in the world of digital marketing, but like looking at it from the music side versus B2B, it was just like, oh man, that's absolutely right. Like you got to be everywhere to
Mhm.
the best of your ability. Otherwise, people are gonna forget about you if
Oh
you
yeah.
don't do your thing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And that's the really bad thing about the whole industry, man. Is it really is. You can have such a great band. You can have such a great band, but if you're not putting out that content for your fans to follow you and enjoy everything, they're not going to follow you for that much. I
Yeah,
there's plenty of bands that I follow that I've tried to stay with that have fell off, you know, my radar because they're not putting anything out,
yeah,
so I mean, if anything, the way that the industry that I work for now is you gotta work that single for 3 months. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Work that single for 3 months, have content for 3 months. It's really not that hard at
right.
all. You guys are getting together once, twice a week, make a funny video. Hey, someone's grabbing a beer. Ask them if they want, another one or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like that's content. It may be dumb content to you, but it's content. It's something to give the fans something back.
to latch on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of these bands and I'm bad at it myself for doing social media. I can't do social media for anything. I really do my best, but I can't do it for anything. And so
I
I'm not
see you out there. I
hey,
see you out
hey,
there, man.
I'm doing my best, bro. I'm grinding just like the
You,
rest of us, man. And I'm learning things every day, and I try to share the same thing with the bands that I talk to. Hey, you might want to try this. I try to help out the bands as well. So
We
yeah.
started too. There was no social media. It was just MySpace.
I miss
So
MySpace, man. Tom, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Top eight.
I'm
Top
sorry.
eight.
I'm sorry.
I know that guy's out in a tropical island right now, traveling the world, enjoying life. Good for him.
Mhm.
Good on him. But we want him back.
Yeah, we want MySpace back.
There was
Most
no organic control, no algorithms, none of that crap. Everyone saw the word and the messages in the posts, and now it's just like I was saying, you gotta figure out the algorithm, and you gotta pay money to get in front of your 10,000 fans that you worked hard to get in the first place. And now
Mhm.
Instagram's doing that, and it's just like a nightmare, man. When it comes to that stuff, like give us
Yep.
our family, give us our family back. We want to get the word out to them.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. It's a pain in the ass now. It really is. There's
Yeah.
there's too much out there, but we do our best to, accommodate with all the things that are going on with like you guys doing this podcast right here. This thing's cool. This is really cool, and you guys are gonna put it on your social medias and get it out there, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. Speaking of podcasts, a little segue here. I know you're doing a new podcast I'm sorry, the name it's escaping me right now. I got the red light syndrome.
Metalheads, yeah, Metalheads in Mom's Basement. Oh
There
yeah,
it is. There it is.
oh
There it is.
yeah.
Tell us more about that. I want the audience to hear this because I think that's a great concept, and I see you. That's what I meant earlier. I see you posting a lot about that. Tell us about it.
So, Metalheads in Mom's Basement is a podcast. Me and my buddy Lucky, we get together once a week, and it's a 2-hour podcast. Normally, we'll do topic of the day or whatever. We'll just talk, play some music, but we're not your normal podcast. We're a bunch of potheads. So we will let you know that we have a warning right in front of our podcast and everything else like that. So you don't take anything lightly, or it's all jokes, and we really approached the podcast as a positivity tool, to start the week, to start the morning off. If people are, having, a really rough weekend, or afraid about Mondays or whatever, is we try to, really turn it up to where they can ignore what's going on just for the couple of hours and enjoy the conversation. So it's really fun, man. I enjoy it a lot. It's cool.
I love that concept. You're giving back to the community, man. You're easing all of us that have anxiety,
Yeah.
and we can relax and enjoy the content and not have to worry.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
it's
yeah.
all about the content, like you said. It's and me outside of the band, me as just as a listener, like scrolling, or a viewer of this content on websites and social media and all that good stuff. Like, I love that. I love going to search for that stuff and
Mm-hmm.
keeping engaged in that sense. So the fact that you're doing that to give back and provide that content, I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, man. And the bands, there's so many bands out there that do it for us. We never get that time to say thank you or anything else like that. So my thing is if I can't say thank you in return, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make my content as best as I can, as positive as I can, to help that listener get to the next day, because there were so many times that I needed something just to help me through the next minute,
Yeah.
literally. So I've been there, and for me to do the podcast, and even Rock Rage and Curtain Call and everything, it's just my way of giving back to my community, because I love sharing positivity, man. My tie-dye shirt, my hat, you know what I mean?
Love it.
It's what it's all about, man. It's love is key, and that's what I'm trying to share, man.
I really appreciate that. Considering how hard it is right now in the world with all the craziness going on, the wars, and not to go down that whole path, but with everything going on, and the way the economy is, and it's just, people need that sense of peace and that calmness, because everyone's just all up in arms about bills and everything that's going on, and some people are feeling they're tricked and played by I won't say anyone, or
Right.
government. I don't want to see but you know what I mean. It's just a really rough time, and not to get political here. I think everyone would agree it's a rough time, and people need a sense of that enjoyment out of things, whether it's going to shows, listening to podcasts. And I think that's really one of the reasons why we also decided to do a podcast outside of trying to create engagement and connect more with our friends, as I call them, friends, right? Not fans.
Right.
But it's also about, again, giving, to your point with your podcast, giving back that content to the community so that everyone has something to tune into, look
Mhm.
forward to. They could open up a pizza, sit in their car. I mean, that's what I do, man. I listen to a bunch of podcasts. I just chill out if I got a free day. My, the wife and kid are doing something, or I got a free moment to myself. That's my enjoyment time, man. I just
You have a pizza too?
a full pizza, bro.
In the
Me,
car.
I'll eat slices.
In the car?
In the car.
Maybe in the car, sometimes at the house. I don't know. What's wrong with the car, bro? Why you hate?
Get
I'm
those
just trying to figure out how you open it with the steering wheel in front of you. And...
No, I know what I'm driving. I'm parked.
Oh, okay.
Smoky knows I'm parked, right, Smoky? He knows. He knows I'm good. I'm not eating and driving, as they say. Don't worry. Needed that laugh, but so man, I mean, dude, KBRE all the way to Metal Empire Radio to your podcast to working, Rock Rage Radio and Curtain Call Records. I mean, is there anything you can divulge to us or to the fans, or any specific bands you're working with, or maybe give us some hints that you're looking to release through the label, or any interesting things that you want to mention?
Yeah. I mean, I got some things in the works. There's
All right.
there's some things in the works right now. I know. I know there's. Man, I'd love to spotlight all my bands. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't want to share favoritism or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
No pressure. Whatever you
there's
can say. Yeah.
there's great bands. There's a great band out of Florida right now. They're called Chemical Vision. They're
Okay.
right up there with you guys, man. They're one of my favorites right now, bro. I love these guys to death because they are bringing. I'm a fan of Starset. I love
Oh,
Starset. I love what they do in the space, and I love all of that. And Chemical Vision is kind of doing it, but doing it a little bit better.
oh,
So they're amazing. If you guys got a show together, I'd most definitely fly out to see
I
that.
okay.
just wrote the name down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan's already 2 steps ahead of me. I love it.
Yeah. They're out of Florida, man. Great band. Doing big things. Doing big things right now. So yeah, great band.
Speaking of, so we've got to check those guys out. Love to do a tour or some shows with them. That would be great.
Maybe in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good idea. Get down there for the winter in the south. Yeah.
There you go.
But you mentioned Starset too. And we actually, I don't know. Are you familiar with Mayhem Jesus, Smoky?
No.
So Mayhem Jesus, he's a DJ, or was, I think he's still a DJ. He was at Rock Rage Radio at a show, and we had done a interview with him. But as of late, he's been more focused on tour management, and he's actually out with Starset when they go on the road. And I didn't know if you knew him, or like kind of a small community with Rock Rage, but I think he was working with John and Gigi for a short time, but he's been doing more of the stuff, and he does the live footage with Starset, and he's on the bus with them, and we see all the live snippets on live. It's really cool, man, what he's doing with those guys. And I know they're Starset, like they just dropped a couple of new bangers recently,
Yeah.
which are really great. They're blowing up. But I'm really interested to hearing these guys, and I'd love to, we'd love to play shows and get in touch with them and do some stuff, man, for Smoky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. That would be awesome. That would be cool to see both of you guys on the stage together. I think that would be an amazing thing. I really do, especially with what they're trying to do. They're kind of like a newer band, but they have bigger goals. So that is what we're mostly focused on, is their goals. So it's pretty cool, man. It's awesome. That's all I can really say, is what they have planned is really cool.
Nice. So Brendan, another destination you could drive the van down while we're hanging out in the back, relaxing. A little inside joke, Smoky. I mean, Brendan literally was doing all the driving before I was getting my beauty rest in the
I'm the
bench.
only one that can drive with a trailer on the back.
No, jeez, that sucks, dude.
I
Really?
know.
They
Yeah.
don't pay you more?
No.
No, man.
Paid? I don't get paid. I keep telling them, all you do when you're backing up, if you turn the wheel this way, the trailer's gonna go the other way. And they're like, "Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it."
Let's split a little the BMI check with him. We'll take 50 cents out of each royalty payment. Who am I kidding? The BMI check will get us the gas for the next location. So
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, man. So the band right now, I think you've been seeing what we've been up to. We've been playing shows in the New England area, getting back out there. We launched a new website our bass player put together. Um, we were dropping singles. I think you had mentioned this, like, having content for 3 months towards a song, which is very aligned to what we've been doing. We're trying to drop singles, stay on that path. We see other bands doing that, like the Spirit Boxes of the world, and Doc Coyle from Bad Wolves hit on this. It's a big thing in the industry. Because nothing against the full lengths, but people want, again, they want that content spread out so they have enough to look forward to. So it's worked for us, and we dropped Hopeless back in, Brendan, it was March, right?
Match. Yeah.
And we just dropped In Flames in, well, a couple
June.
months of June. I can't believe we're saying August.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we're gonna drop another song late, maybe early mid September. We got another song planned, and we'll keep that pattern going. And again, we're not just putting everything into the streaming basket, but if we got to look at streams as part of the equation, we're hoping to see the trickling, like we're hoping to see the next step for the amount of people listening to our music. It just keeps growing over time. That's the goal. And throwing some marketing funds at it,
Right.
and trying to capture that new audience, just like you do with everything, with your radio shows, your podcast, just, organically building it, but also, investing in it, and trying to do what you can as your own person, and your
Oh
own
yeah.
business or label.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm just happy I don't have to do things by myself. That is
Yeah,
the
you got
one
the
thing that I'm
support.
happy about. Yeah, I got the support. I have the team behind me. If I have a question, I can reach out to anybody at any time. Even if I'm having a hard time trying to talk to a band, I can add someone into the chat. It's just a relief knowing that this label and this radio station and whatever John and Gigi's doing, they're doing it right,
Yeah,
and that is an amazing thing, especially in this day and age. To do something right and not know what the hell you're doing is pretty fucking awesome, man. Excuse my
yeah,
language, but I
you're
mean,
good.
John and Gigi are just amazing people. They know exactly what they're doing, and I'm home.
Love it, man. I mean, and to your point, they have the numbers to prove it, man. I mean, if we're
Mhm.
talking numbers, that John and Gigi post their reach, from all their social. I mean, dude, they're hitting millions of
Oh yeah,
people,
oh
audience
yeah,
wise.
and
I
it's
mean,
all
crazy.
organic. It's organic. That's the cool thing, is it's all organic. It's not bots. It's not fake people.
It's all
These
real,
are
man.
actually all real people following them, and that all in itself is an amazing thing.
That's huge. That's huge, man.
Yep.
That's huge. I mean, otherwise, Brendan's standing outside all the venues trying to get a million people to download or stream the tunes.
Hey, all you got to do
Yeah.
is you know what? Here's an idea. Get a QR code T-shirt. Free boobies. QR. There you go. Free boobies. QR code.
Right to the
Right to the
silent
song.
season video.
Right to the song.
Yeah. I was thinking about the idea. I don't know if this is old school. I don't want any artist to take it, but hell, I'll say it anyway. I said to the guys, I'd walk into a venue, and anyone that had a phone, I can airdrop links to, if they
Oh
accept
yeah.
it. They would airdrop to like our music or video. You could
Yeah,
airdrop to
right.
like all the people in the venue, right? That's another
Right.
cool way of thinking of it too. So trying to get creative with, how to get out there with digital marketing further than what's already available.
Right. Right. I got you. I got you. There's something out there I might be able to help you with.
Oh, I like it.
Ooh.
I like it, man.
Yeah. We'll talk later.
We'll talk. All right, I'm in, man. Um, so Brendan, did you want to do riff of the week? Did you want to get Smoky introduced to this?
Sure. So yeah, just like weekly, we choose something like a full song or just a certain riff of a song. Like this week, that is like for you the best part of the week. Like the first one, it was for me was Architects. Well, which song was it again? Was it
Was it
Seeing
Animal
Red?
or Seeing Red? Seeing Red,
Seeing
yeah.
Red. The bridge in that, like the end of the bridge going into the chorus, like that was my favorite part of the song. And yeah, we try to do that weekly. just what song or certain riff of a song just blew you away this whole week?
That blew me away. There's a band called Berserk. You probably never heard of them. They're out of LA here in California. Amazing, amazing band. If you're a fan of Rage Against the Machine with a little twist, I would say the twist would be Cypress Hill. So Rage Against the
Ooh.
Machine meets Cypress Hill. And Berserk would be that band. They have a song called On My Ollie. And oh my gosh, man, when I get down on some Call of Duty, dude, that guitar riff, it gets me going, man. It gets me going. I'm just, oh man, headshots for days, bro.
I love it.
Headshots.
You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb here, man. I actually think I heard someone talk about this on like a podcast, this band before. I don't know much, but I heard them mention the band name.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Berserk.
Yeah, Berserk out of LA. They're awesome, man. They're a new metal type band, and I absolutely love them. I love them to death, man. Anything,
Me too, man.
I'm a sucker for it. I really am. I'm a Limp Bizkit fan. I don't care.
Hell yeah.
I don't care.
Golden Cobra, Gold Cobra, right?
Well, I don't know about that one though. I'm not.
No, they got some. No, I know. You're going all the way back to the OGs. I get it. But there was some jams here and there. But I respect that, man. Yeah. What do you think? We'll come back to my pick of the week. But what do you think about Fred looking like all old school lately, like with the old man vibe and the couch and all that stuff he's got going on live?
Hey, man, he can pull it off. He's the only dude that can. He's the only guy that can do it, and he's on tour with Corey Feldman. What a rock star.
Dude, that's a topic. Oh, we got to talk about that. We got to unpack this, man. I'm glad you brought that up. Dude, nothing against Corey Feldman. I mean, the guy, he's got talent, but like, what
he's
is
a goonie.
The solos thing? What is he doing with these solos?
What is he doing with that guitar? He's like fingering it for the first time. Ouch. He's like hurting himself, bro.
Yeah, I mean, someone commented on a TikTok video. It says it sounds like he's doing like a theme song for the fax noise. Like when he's doing that guitar thing. I died when I read that comment. Again, no disrespect to Corey Feldman. He's got the talent. It's just, I don't know. There was some couple of weird videos, the way the fans are portraying him, right? And, but hey, man, that's cool enough that he got asked to do the Limp Bizkit run. I mean, he played a venue in an area right near Brendan and I, where we live, out of up in the North Shore area of Massachusetts. And it was like a small dive bar. Brendan was in Haverhill. And I mean, seeing him do that and then, do the Limp Bizkit thing, like it feels like, he's now trying to get back up there again, And but hey,
was he ever up there though?
When he was on the Goonies.
That was it. He was a musician, bro. He was an actor.
And what's with the Michael Jackson look?
The dances.
In the dances, yes.
The dances, bro. They're all the same every show. I've seen TikToks.
Why?
People are like 2 shows back to back. And they're like day 1, day 2, and they're the same moves back to back.
Dedication to the choreography.
I guess so, man. I guess.
Yeah, it's a vibe, whatever kind of vibe. No disrespect, but it's acquired taste, I guess. I'm thinking riff of the week though. For me, I'm going with "It's Your Lack of Respect" by Flat Black. Have you heard Flat Black?
I have.
And I like them.
I just found out about those guys yesterday, believe it or not. That's the bass player? That's the old bass player from Fallen in Reverse's new band,
That's right? He sings in that band. I just found out because I didn't know he was the bass. I should know that because we played with Falling in Reverse with him back in 2013. We opened for them. But when I heard that, because he was talking about it with Jesse Lee at Octane, the guitar player, oh my God, what the hell is his name from Five Finger Death Punch?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Zoan? Yeah. Or something like that?
The
other guy. Oh my God, I should know this. Red Light Syndrome again. But anyway, he was talking about it with Jesse Lee, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we have the singer from Falling in Reverse, or excuse me, the bassist from Falling in Reverse singing for us now. I'm like, what? I didn't know that, but I knew obviously he was from Five Finger Death Punch, and they got a couple other guys from LA that they put together, and they dropped their record on Fearless, which by the way I love.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I love what they're doing, man. It's kind of got the Five Finger vibe, but it's his vibe. You know what I mean? And that song, it's it's just a crazy breakdown. There's some cool riffage in there, and actually, I don't know if you know this, Brendan, but they randomly started following us on TikTok, the band, the Verified one, and I thought that was really cool. I'd love to play a show with those dudes. You know, they're straight up, man. You know.
That would be dope.
The name is me, man. I should know the name. I should know the freaking name.
Five Finger? I got my computer here.
Yeah. You look it up. You got a Wikipedia. It's not Zoltan. It's the other one.
Zoltan.
Yeah, Zoltan. Dude, Zoltan from
Zoltan.
Zoltan.
Smoky, this is a throwback.
At least you got that joke.
Smoky, this is a throwback. Did you know Zoltan's from UPO?
Is he really?
Yep.
Wow. I did not know
another
that.
interesting fact.
Wow. I wonder
when I heard that, I was like, holy crap, I loved UPO,
man. I didn't know that.
Oh, wow. Is this going to be an old lead guitar player?
Yeah, it's an old bass player.
Jason Hook?
There you go.
Was that it? Oh, did we lose Dave?
I think we lost him.
We're back.
He is.
What's up, handsome?
How's it going?
Hey, Dave, Jason Hook?
Jason Hook. I knew it began with a J, but Jason Hook. I didn't want to make a fool out of myself, which I already think I did. But thank you for looking that up, Brendan. Jason Hook. That guy can shred. He's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Love him. But, Flat Black actually just played in our area not too long ago. They played the Palladium upstairs.
Really?
They did a little club circuit run. But dude, they're great, man. Those guys are talented. Their drummer's sick, Rob, and I love what they're about. They're going to be huge, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I agree most definitely. They're pretty good. I guess that band wasn't even supposed to be coming or came together on a fluke. Some dude made a joke, and they became a band.
Yeah. And then Godsmack took them up. I mean, I know obviously they got some hard hitters in that band, but Godsmack, they weren't even like, I heard he was talking on Doc Coyle's podcast from Bad Wolves, Jason Hook was, and he was like, dude, I just wanted to write some songs. I just got off of being with Five Finger. I needed to decompress, and nothing against those guys. I was starting my new journey, and I just wanted to put a band together and write some songs and release them. And then Fearless came in, signed us. And then Godsmack crew wanted us to tour with them, and they got to do like 2 arena tours with them. For being a band like under 6 months, man, like they jumped right in head first and they got going.
Oh yeah, they got heavy hitters though, bro. They've been in the industry. They know what they're doing already. Yeah. They know the formula, and that's why they're able to do that. There's a band called Aurora Wave. They're a reggae metal band. Freaking amazing.
Oh, I think I heard that.
Yeah, amazing band. But dude, they jumped up before they even played their first show. They were in the millions before they even played their first show. So it's possible. It really is. If you know the formula and how to do things, then go for it.
Kind of like
it's a good life.
Yeah.
Spare Box came out during COVID when no one was playing shows, and then out of nowhere they just blew up.
Yep.
Huge. Yeah, huge.
They had a lot of members that were from previous acts.
Yeah, I wrestled the bear once. I know Courtney and Stringer came. Yep, they came from that band, and Stringer, her husband Mike. But yeah, you're right. I mean, they were killing it during COVID. They got the Revolver Press. I mean, they were dropping all these videos. They were doing the singles thing. I mean, it was perfect, man. They capitalized on it. They did it right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They knew the formula. That's what it's all about, man. It really is. If you know the formula, you can do anything.
Smoky, tell me though. Tell us. Tell the audience.
What's the formula?
What's the formula? What's upcoming though? I know you sort of got into it earlier, but any cool news coming your way or anything you want to share and let the audience know?
Let's see. The formula is keep doing what you're doing and don't give up. How about that?
I like
Yeah,
that.
man, we got some great bands, getting up on the promotions that we're doing. There's a band called Tooth and Dagger going to be coming to the United States next year. Super super excited about that one, man. I cannot wait. I've been
Nice.
working with those guys for a while, and for them to finally come over to the States and do what they love to do in a festival format, that's what it's all about, man. Yeah,
Nice. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So that I mean, I got plenty of shows coming up. I got a lot of big guests coming up. Nothing I can share at the moment. I wish
Okay.
I could. But all I can say is I got some very, very big guests that I'm very nervous about.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome though. That's great.
yeah,
I'm
David
excited for you.
Capuano.
yeah, man. So I got some.
Hello, I'm here. Check. Is my mic on?
Yeah,
That's
so
great. Hey, yeah.
that's about it, man. I got a lot of big things coming. A lot of big things coming. So follow me. Make sure. Watch me. Because I'm doing
Yeah.
things. So I'm making sure that I'm doing things. Got to do things right. Can't do things wrong.
No, no. I mean, you don't do it wrong, man. Though you always you're very motivated. You're like us. I mean, you're always moving and moving to the right spots and moving forward with what love to do in life, and that's huge. I mean, so I mean, it's the show. It's the Smoky Show, man. Like
Yeah.
you're making it happen.
That's it. Smokey's Empire is going to be on Rock Rage Radio. That's it. That's it, man.
Oh, dude, is that the official title?
Yeah, that's the official title. Smokey's Feast, bro.
Haha,
Yep.
nice. E6 up, man. E6 one puff for Smokey's Empire. Let's see some clouds.
There you go.
I don't do
Heck
much
yeah,
cloud.
man. That's awesome, man. Hey, but Brendan, did I miss anything? Did you have anything you wanted to ask the one and only
The
Smokey?
one and only. No. I think we're good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, I mean, this is crazy, man. I'm so happy. We're so happy that you could join us and take time out of your day to jump on the pod and talk shop and tell the world what you're working on and just really give everyone insight into how we connected and our life story because it's not just yeah we did an interview and then we went our separate ways. I mean, dude, it's not even that. It's like
Yeah, it
it
didn't.
was a purpose there.
Yeah, it didn't happen like that. Dave thought so, but I called him up crying. She broke up with me. What do I do?
How'd you do that, Dave?
Come
Oh,
back to me.
what happened?
Yeah. But dude, we wanna come out to the West Coast. We want to play for y'all, or maybe you come out. We'll figure it out, man. We're gonna see each other. We're all gonna hang out. We're gonna throw down, party, hang out, and catch up, man. Talk music, and we'll play. You get to see the band. I come play the drum kit, dude. Come do a
Hey,
song. Play a solo, bro.
hey, maybe I'll fly out there. Maybe I'll fly out there, man. You just never know
Dude,
because that's how much you guys mean to me. So you just never know
likewise,
what's
man.
gonna happen with Smokey. I'm smoking the wind, bro.
No, that's awesome, man. We'll take it offline. We gotta come up with plans, and whether we're out your way or our way or both ways. And then, we like no pressure. I know you're getting everything set up over with the Rock Rage crew, but when timing is right, love to jump on your show and catch up. And I know we spoke when Hopeless dropped, but love to give some updates and have that connection and also please give love to John and Gigi for us and let them know we're thinking of them and love to see what they're doing, how far they've come with their business, and very excited for those guys and obviously you and Tell them we said what's up.
Oh,
Rock on.
I will.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just great. It's great to see what they're doing, and I know they work hard at their craft. So it's great to see that their team is expanding and the business is growing.
Yeah, it's going in a good way, man. It's so positive. It's such a positive company. It's the only company that I will literally only work for now. Literally,
That's awesome. Wow.
If I'm ever done, if I would walk away or John lets me go for any reason, I'll be done with this job, dude. Just because there's not another company out there like this at all.
Wow. Wow. Speaking gospel right here, right in front of our eyes, folks.
Jesus.
Hallelujah. Amen. In the name.
Dave was one of your references, right? On your resume?
I think my title on the resume was McLovin, but we were able to get by. We were able to get by with that reference, right, Smoky?
That's right. That's right.
Well, hey man, we're at the top of the hour. We don't want to take up much of your time, my friend. I know it's getting a little bit later out in your way on the West Coast, but hey, again, thank you for joining us. We love this chat. We want to be on your show next. Yes.
Yes. And you're coming. It's gonna happen.
We're getting there.
Yep.
We're getting there. I can't wait. So we'll be there. And then if you need anything, brother, you know where to find us. If you need anything, we're here, man. You know, and let's actually make this a reality so we can all do something, either the West Coast, the East Coast. The next step is to all hang out.
Yes.
And rock out, man. That's the next step, honestly.
100% agreed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, much love, dude. Thank you for coming on, telling your story and sharing everything that you've been up to. It's very interesting. Glad the folks can hear it. And stay in touch. Let's talk offline and get the plans rolling.
Well, thank you for having me, guys. I really do appreciate it. It was an honor. It was an honor, man. It was cool stuff. That's cool.
Right on. It was cool. Brendan, lead us out, my friend.
Lead us out. All right. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Smoky. Have a good one, bro. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys.
Rock on.
Have a good one.
Peace. Later. Peace.